Welcome to the Underwriters Laboratories. I am Luap Allerotal, and this is the Asphalt Ballads. Fear&LoathingEducation.con, Part 2. This was the last prerequisite. Nothing could stop me from graduating now. When that door swung shut behind me, I was gone for good. From pondering pie-eyed college students to examining hawk-eyed professors, I ignored many and admired only a few. It was tough growing up in an institution that was forever trying to stay young and fresh. It was hard enough just keeping up with the Joneses, let alone keeping up with the times, and at what price. After years of study at the university level, and with graduation tucked under my belt, now I was ready to make a stake in some true life experience, beyond institutionalized education and quote-unquote higher learning, outside the hollowed halls of the wannabe Ivy Leagues in the real world, where everything touched by my privileged degree would turn to gold, or so I was told. The minute I took my seat, I realized that the truly educated never really graduated. I believe that this time away from academia would provide me with a newfound independence and capacity to learn, far exceeding anything that had ever been taught to me in the classroom. My talents felt veiled behind a massive cookie-cutter facade designed for a classroom of zombie trustafarians, big babies spending their allowance like adult drug addicts, attending a 4-year, $100,000 daycare for mommy's little boys, just out of high school and learning how to party for the first time. While professors, more worried about gaining tenure than the value of a good education, spout out stale, pre-recorded rhetoric, insisting that true passion is not an act of will, but a well-rehearsed play on words. Lovers of the yes game. They were all making the same mistake of confusing money for a true contribution. You could see it in their teary-eyed realities, their unknown futures laundered by transparency and forgotten dreams. Ultimately, media and education discharged duties as stand-in babysitters for blank-faced pupils, producing a generation of lost SAT scores, with everyone in favor of the end of ideas in exchange for a dominant reoccurring paradigm. Waving goodbye to the institution in a flood of peace, I realized this was my rite of passage and the beginning of something much more nefarious.